it? Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Up next, it's our main event between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. His side should be coming in with some fresh legs after their bye last week. Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Seahawks. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. You could join us. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. Kicker Kaimi Fairbairn just about set. And here we go amidst the constant Seattle rain. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Escapes the defender. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 on a first down. Running with Walker again. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 47-yard line.
Staying with Walker. And his run forward halted after a couple of yards. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Walker trying to run for the first. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the promising young rookie quarterback from Nebraska.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And nothing was going to help him escape that. And he gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well. Yeah,
100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down. And flipping through, Brock, that certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there, and they catch it behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Third and just 2 to go. Walker now from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-up, and it leads to stops like that.
He dodged the tackle. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play fake, Darnold. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. On the give, here's Judkins. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down it by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32. Handoff now to Judkins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds his man. It's Mario Douglas. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Browns first down. We've set it downs from 37. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. From the gun, Judkins. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. It's Judkins on the counter. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another one for Judkins. Still fighting forward. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Another game to Judkins. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Oh, it's a push with a tight end. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Walker on 1st down. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. We give up the gut to Walker. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Toss play. This is Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Walker running right. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. They break the huddle. It's second down now. From the gun, Darnold. He'll try and run this. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Connection made to Shaheed. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got
and they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Bass on now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's John Mechie on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Working on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This leads to second and 10.
He's going to throw again on second down. The throw right side, caught by Fannin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Third down from the gun. And this one is launched downfield. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However brought in, they do at least force this fourth down. Jack Fox on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Drive begins with a Walker run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. Now Darnold. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Browns rolling out 6 DBs, third down. To the air on third and long. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And they could really use a good one here. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. A little screen pass for Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Throwing on 2nd. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. He lofts it deep right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Walker running to the right. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
This is Walker on 2nd. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Kyle Duggar holding him down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Walker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Running with Walker again. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Throwing here, Darnold. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a 36-yard look for him. Bass's kick is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. We have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We're officially on to the 2nd half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. The Vikings have little problem here. They run away with a dominant win. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on. The risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This is Mechie with a return. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cleveland offense headed after this first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Air it out on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
2nd down, Walker's going to get it again. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 43. Now an inside give to Walker. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Into traffic, complete. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Walker now from the gun. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Setting him on the dime. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold to throw. Past the line, he's going to run for it. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the grab game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll take this at the 10. He's going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They go play action on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Here's Judkins on first down. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Browns first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Running the draw here with Judkins. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Called in left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. They'll work against the blitz. And the Browns get there and take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needed a little help to get picked up off the grass.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ball taken in at the 36. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First down, play action. Not Tucked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
We've got a screen to the running back. He brushed him off with ease. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Judkins running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He hits a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another give to Judkins. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Play fake, Darnold. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. Third and a lone yard coming up. He has it on the QB sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. New set of downs from 37. Option play. Here's a gift to Charbonnet. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Another carry for Charbonnet. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Motion man sent left. From the gun, Darnold. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he he's tackled for no gain. Throwing is Darnold on third down. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Back to throw. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. No throw, 3rd and long. He completes it in traffic. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Another one for Junkins. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Junkins up the middle. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Junkins on the counter. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
With no spring in a big play on that one, it's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down. Long. They're going to throw. It's caught. Fanning has it. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal, Junkins. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
It's Junkins again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the...
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
All right, they're going to throw for it. They draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. Get it right back to him for the conversion.
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Throwing now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Browns getting their offense out there. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. He'll look to throw it. Lee Judkins on the drop down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Gotta hurry this to the line. Setting up to pass. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Sticking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now to throw. And the incompletions continuing to sack up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as the defender knocks it away. Now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense running out now. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's keeping it. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up second down. Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Barner's got it. It's complete. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up fourth down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll send out the punting unit. Well, he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, looking to throw. He takes it himself. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They'll throw it. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And we'll see what they do here on second down. He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Begins his return at the 16. Well, as fun as it would have been, unlikely that we were going to see a walk-off punt return touchdown there. And now with no time remaining, we're headed for overtime. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they fought hard not just against their opponents out on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents here in these stands. Now a chance to be the first ones to answer the bell and take the early lead here in overtime. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5. Looking in the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Handoff now to Judkins. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down. Finds him over the middle. And the Seahawks pick it up. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble. For one side, an incredible mistake, and for the other, a A clutch defensive play that could set up the end of this game.
This is overtime, baby, and every play is amplified by 100. And now some life to go get yourself a win.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now it's his turn in overtime. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here's Charbonnet again on second. And not much space available there. Maybe two. And that brings up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third and long for him here. Taking a shot deep here. Connection made to Shaheed. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chuck.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long from Seattle.